ain't chasing the dream.
You know the routine.
Look what they made of the team.
You know the routine.
I know why they jealous. I be on the type of stuff they never seen.
You know the routine.
Whole never level, I don't know and ain't even mean.
Whoa, whoa. Young blowing all money, spend a million, make it back. Whoa, made enough off all hustle. I don't even gotta rap. Whoa, grinding, I get it, stacking, I spin it. You know the routine. You know the routine. Popping the tags, getting the bags. You know the routine. Hey, you know the routine.
Mike and Mary put a hole in my jeans. I ain't playing in the whole nother league. Go to Philly, then I go to Reddy's, then I get a rollie, then I meet a, and then I get it, and then I take it. Feel like Carson Wentz, I got the wisdom and for sit the bitch, I got a funny feeling that you folding. Boy, still the coldest. This the moment I come different, yo. Yeah, bait for Lauren, no monkey business, can't H&M us, no. Shout out in Cape Town, Africa's always a great time. Donald said all of us live in huts. I tell him, dummy, go to Lagos. All you like to play tough. You really hating cause your pay stuff. Philly women really chilling with me now. I really can't stop saying John. The double M genius back, mo. See me was sneaking with Fat Boy. See they can sleep on my raps they had, but who really can back?
Blowing all money, spend a million, make it back. Whoa, made enough off all hustle. I don't even gotta rap. Whoa, grinding, I get it, stacking, I spin it. You know the routine. You know the routine. Popping the tags, getting the bags. You know the routine. Hey, you know the routine.
Nah, we living, I ain't gotta post it. I ain't even boasting. How many times I gotta tell you about these rides, erasing ghosts? How many times I gotta tell you that? How many famous do I got for the love of the culture? Oh, everything kosher. Came in with a chip on my shoulder. Took it to Vegas. I bet it all at the table at poker. Just look at their faces. I know they don't like how them over. This is crazy. You never gonna catch me out rocking a choker. I'm on some right now. I'm feeling lit right now. We got the snake in the grass. He getting. I got 100 in cash. I'm about to spend right now. They try to put me in last, but what do it look like now? Woo!
Young, blowing all money, spend a million, make it back. Whoa, made enough off all hustle. I don't even gotta rap. Whoa, grinding, I get it, stacking, I spin it. You know the routine. You know the routine. Popping the tags, getting the bags. You know the routine. Hey, you know the routine.
Fingerprints on that. Keely sent you to a new crib. Bad speak pig Latin with a new seal. Sticker price with the Raekwon with the whoop deal. Slice of pine, we all eat. Sticker strong my with these weirdo. Sweater be paranoid. Treat the jet like it's cab fare. Solar came back for it. Your whole clique be for a small L. Black Phantom, Bless Pharaoh, Black Bow, Rest Well. Collins Ave in the high rise. Skyline, what I labeled a memoir to broke in sci-fi. From my sideline, name tatted on 5 wives. Stacking money like Mayweather, and they heard I got 9 lives.
Young, blowing all money, spend a million, make it back. Whoa, made enough off all hustle. I don't even gotta rap. Whoa, grinding, I get it, stacking, I spin it. You know the routine. You know the routine. Popping the tags, getting the bags. You know the routine. Hey, you know the routine. You know the routine.
Hit the strip out the school, couldn't wait till I got out of class. Used to stare at the clock. Before all this rap, I was and doing. And I'm straight from the shop, but I ball like a king up in Cali and like Stojakovic. Keep applying that pressure, I go on the run. It ain't no letting up, ain't no stopping this. Had to tell my little brother to chill, gotta stay in the house, come outside, he be. You ain't heard about us? Well, you need to go watch the news. Know we be dropping. Got the. Cause they think I'm the one who been banning them. I'm just focused on music. They say my last tape was a classic, but I got some hotter. Might be rocking the show, or if I'm not up in the studio, I'm this cash off. Don't you know Polo G skinny tall with the dreads, be rapping his off. Yeah, I heard she got surgery, still wanna just to see if go like hardwood rocks, we blast off. Tried to throw us some, but we made them fumble like, no, you ain't getting that pass off. Been a block now, I'm taking my mask off. Like you racing speed off in them foreigns and leave tire marks on the asphalt. It's gonna be you want your he like front. Another day, a new chain or all this ice got me freezing like Jack Frost.
That boy, that's his fault. If you played it, you late, we can crash out. When I up and hit, better and BOA pulling them bands out. Rockstar from the block, I stand out. Came from nothing, I put my advance out. When I hit the game with my flow, ran out. I'm not your average Joe. When I leave the house, I'm rich, I don't shop on no budget. He clutching, my little youngin' want him a bucket. I hop on his. If I said it, I seen it, I done it. Deal it, nobody, ain't caught nobody, and ain't getting no money. Where I'm from is sports. We looked up to the even if won't make it out.
done, I'ma. When he clock out, I'ma get his job, and I don't know why the with me, cause they ain't stopping. Yeah, spin on your block like a remix.
Ladies be so crazy.
Okay, my day was amazing. Her raised me. She say all the gym closed, so she been feeling lazy. She been late night snacking, but shawty's still my baby. Several watches later, I still rock and rollin'. I'm praying for I'm praying for my homie. I sleep by and everybody know it. I hate it when a pretty girl starts snoring. Looking in the mirror like you a lucky man. How you gon' forget you spent $100 grand? Life must be good, it must be great if I'm from where it cost you $80. Mask on in the club, I make him break it up. He came outside, he thought mosquitoes ate him up. This if I A-Town, make him take a bow. Come what you used to date a clown. Yeah, I want my cake and wanna eat it too. Spin it too. I get what you get just for an interlude. I might cop a yacht just to post a pic. Sleep or spin your block till he get motion sick.
Welcome back to the third episode of the album.
I had that once she been quarantined and let's shout it thick. She been quarantined and let's shout it thick. She been quarantined and let's shout it hips wider. Got my right hand on the like a Bible. Shake, 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 shake it fast. No matter what you do, don't let them judge your past. Broke my wrist off in the I need a cash. It ain't no if you ain't got nothing in the
Quarantine thick, he tryna give me lipo. Holy water, put that on the Bible. I might run, you gon' need Geico. Rap when he, I might hit that high note. Clayco raised me, that Clayco made me. You ain't gon' if you ride with it on safe. Got your favorite rapper in my DM tryna me. Got my own bed, so like that don't faze me. Big Lotto ain't going for none of that, no. With that Sundre, put right with that, ain't love that. Big Birkin bag, me and my stop calling my phone, that's when you at. Son of these, no similar. They ain't seeing me cataract. Gotta get the back end before I walk in the black truck counteract.
She been quarantined and let's shout it thick. She been quarantined and let's shout it thick. She been quarantined and let's shout it hips wider. Got my right hand on the like a Bible. Shake, 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 shake it fast. No matter what you do, don't let them judge your past. Broke my wrist off in the I need a cash. It ain't no if you ain't got nothing in the
Feeling overcomes me fast. Afraid of how long this won't last. Looking at a photograph. Looking at a photograph. Thinking about the times we had. Memories shatter like their glass. Looking at a photograph. Looking at a photograph.
Stare through your lens, blind from my flash. Can't make amends, I know you're too attached. All of your friends, I know they hate me bad. Call me again, so I know you're still mad. I get my ego stuck on drama, I don't mean to be the villain, but I'd rather you be than just indifferent with your feelings. I know my issues are the problem, I miss you every morning. These memories alive in every picture of you.
Feeling overcomes me fast. Afraid of how long this won't last. Looking at a photograph. Looking at a photograph. Thinking about the times we had. the times we had. Memories shattered like the glass. Looking at a photograph. Looking at a photograph. The feeling overcomes me fast. Afraid of how long this won't last. Looking at a photograph. Looking at a photograph. Thinking about the times we had. Memories shattered like their glass. Looking at a photograph. Looking at a photograph.
Hey, I want all the bags, I want all the bags. Any disrespect and I'm on that. Never fall off, I just fall back. Never fall off, I just fall back. I want all the bags, I want all the bags. Any disrespect and I'm on that. I ain't got no credit, but I got the cash. Skipping through the town, you gon' need a pass. Back out on the scene, my whole team elite. Poppy turn a square. Woke up and they still tryna be me. I sold them the drip with the slip, I got the receipt. Whoa, pretty and Givenchy. On her baby car seat. She don't need makeup on the wake up, she a Barbie. Now run, tell you this what Poppy Rojo taught me. Bow. I want all the bags, I want all the bags. Any disrespect and I'm on that. Never fall off, I just fall back. Never fall off, I just, Hey, I want all the bags, I want all the bags. Any disrespect and I'm on that. Never fall off, I just fall back. Never fall off, I just fall back. Got 100 missed calls, never call back. Still good paper through the phone, that's facts, all facts. I get many for less than a penny. My ladies wanna when they be off the. You a square or you a savage. I don't do out in Paris. Either getting or something getting tatted. I got bad and I got bad habits. Who want an ecstatic? My too official. For the action, any beef we make it sizzle. You know I want it all. The brinks and the safe, certified, nothing fake. Broke talk, that ain't my taste. I want all the bags, I want all the bags. Any disrespect and I'm on that. Never fall off, I just fall back. Never fall off, I just. Hey, I want all the bags, I want all the bags. Any disrespect and I'm on that. Never fall off, I just fall back. Never fall off, I just fall back.
He thought the money make you happy, it don't make you different. I start to see that myself when I got a couple million. Roll through the mud, I can't lie, I seen too much real outside there. I told my brother had some patience and your day'll come. Now he sitting in the but he ain't got no. You can't walk inside my shoes like a sneaker come. I overcome obstacles and they still come. I was trying to make a way out like it was my first day out. Remember my first day out, now I got M's in the account. I got some in the south. These streets by my side, you don't want with I felt so stuck in my life, I had to. If I hurt your feelings, I'm sorry, I don't apologize. My penthouse got a bird's view through eyes. I got Porsche with the frog eye. Got a handcrafted DJ with a Palm Pilot. All this money on my mind, I tried to get about it, yeah. I got a grab dope, brand new white Rolls Royce and that match of toes. I was out flocking, I ain't have a choice, I ain't even had no clothes. I put my wrist inside the freezer, watch the paddock roll. Think about the time, man, we was 10, we was hopping fences. I was staying inside the trench. I keep it for you and you, I know the ops intentions. Back in Genesis, I was OT. She got a streets by my side, you don't want with her. I felt so stuck in my life, I had to. hurt your feelings, I'm sorry, I don't apologize. My penthouse got a bird's view through eyes. I got Porsche with the frog eye. Got a handcrafted JJ with a palm pilot. All this money on my mind, I talk to about it, yeah, yeah.
Hey, UD.
What's good, my boy?
Mr. 305.
Yes, sir.
Wade County.
16 years later.
We done made history.
3 rings on our fingers. Pockets getting fatter. We getting greater.
I'm the son of a saint, still considered a sinner. 3 rings on his finger, yeah, that boy was a winner. Never known as a singer, but this might be a single. Always bet on your homies, then go batter. Ball is my passion, check the stats if they asking. Shorty checking my page, she followed my fashion. My life is a film, and Gab's the lead. She's so precious to me, as the air that I breathe. Time to fuel up the jet, D-Way jersey to drip. Lamborghinis to match, got 3 G's on the strip. These haters beneath us, as I'm lacing my sneakers. Season 16, Lamborghinis and Nemas.
I'm shooting my shot, every car that I cop, every record I break, every rock in my watch, every step that I take, still won't accept no mistakes. I'm talking major league, never minimum wage. So proud to be the descendant of a motorcade, several Mercedes, so get out my way. Tangerine, still in my slippers, still shed a tear for all my homies, black boy in the gates. Let's find a masseuse, then inspire the youth. If it's best for the then let's call it a truce. My chains get tangled, these be hateful. My mama's still praying, so really I'm grateful.
I'm still here, looking through the window, watching the days go by, watching the sunrise. Why don't you try? I'm still here, looking through the window, watching the days go by, watching the sunrise. Why don't you try?
I promised to pray for a positive fate. Had the world in your palms, but he shed a tear in the. Then they, mom just sat in the days. The models be nice, we call it run and shoot. Any problems tonight? Like Boris Becker, I want 200 checkers. So if they wanna slow our records, it just won't affect us. Take my boys to Mecca, on my blessing. With my dogs, you could. They try to get me, I bet I get to heaven. I stay away from, I'm such a gifted. I'm seated on the floor, she can see the loafers. Showing love to the season ticket holders. Showing love to the season ticket holders. Showing love to the season ticket holders.
We do this for the city, you.
What? The whole city.
I'm still here, looking through the window, watching the days go by, watching the sunrise. Why don't you try? I'm still here, looking through the window, watching the days go by.
Man, how's it feel?
Watching the
You grew up here.
sunrise. Why don't
How's
you
it
try?
feel?
Feel great, baby. I know the South Beach until I got an NBA. I just want you to know that, my boy.
Hey, listen, we put on for the city 16 years, 5 finals, 3 rings. We put those trophies over our head. We put on for the. Man, let me calm down, man.
Don't calm
I'll say
down.
something up in this booth. I'll say something up in this booth that
Mr. 305, do what you do.
got my own county. Listen, the love in this city has been crazy, man. I appreciate it, dog. Thanks for giving my own county.
I told you, man, you got the beach. I got crossed that bridge. Can't play with us, man. Can't do nothing around here, boy.
Hey, Ross. Man, they nothing but love, baby.
Big homie, you know what it is. Always. Still with the 3 rings later, though.
Ever since a young boy, I've been getting buckets. Ever since a young boy, I've been getting buckets. Pull it back, Kobe. Pull it back, Kobe. Swish. I don't even gotta look, I take the shot in here. Swish. I don't even touch the rim when I pull up, it's just swish. Backboard wet, only thing I know is swish. Pull it back, Kobe.
Rest in peace to the Mamba and baby GG. Still remember where I was standing after the 3-P. Fro was lined up yelling Kobe, but playing Pee-wee. Well, you know they shoot the freebie right after they tear Achilles. Number 8 was crazy, but 24 was scary. Respect his name and LC might show up as won't forget the things he mentioned, how to get a Larry. Whatever necessary, he tried to help prepare me. They tell us never look in the eyes of a I did it out respect for the greatest at Staples Center. The closest thing to MJ, and no, I ain't talking Thriller. It ain't an iron team, but a me in it. Please remember being.
Ever since a young boy, I've been getting buckets. Ever since a young boy, I've been getting buckets. Pull it back, Kobe. Pull it back, Kobe. Swish. I don't even gotta look, I take the shot in here. Swish. I don't even touch the rim when I pull up, it's just swish. Backboard wet, only thing I know is swish. Pull it back, Kobe.
Shot clock and it's getting late. Crossover, then hesitate. Skate by him like a figure 8. Whoever left, dunk bait. Give me the ball, can't wait. Catch them all with the pump fake. Money good, that's number 8. Clutch time, hard in the paint. Purple and gold. Lake of legend. Stone cold. Ain't no question. 5-time champion. The 8th wonder raining on them. Take cover, switched up, then changed numbers. Many tried him, but came up short. 24, king of the coat. I'ma need backup, mission of both. You do not know me, you cannot hold me. MVP, dribble it left and right, then pull it back, Kobe.
Ever since a young boy, I've been getting buckets. Ever since a young boy, I've been getting buckets. Pull it back, Kobe. Pull it back, Kobe. Swish. I don't even gotta look, I take the shot in here. Swish. I don't even touch the rim when I pull up, it's just swish. Backboard wet, only thing I know is swish. Pull it back, Kobe. Pull it back, Kobe. Hold up. Aye, look, aye. 2K20, straight swaggin'. Yeah, now I've been running, my foot on the pedal, racing flex. Money the motivation, cause I'm seeing races, I'm just chillin' in the back. Feeling like Tom Brady, how proof it in the booth, I'm groovy like. No, I'm so Annie that with all the plus of women in the pen like a shot. Watch out, ballin'. I'm calling Chris Paulin'. Run with the J from the Spartan. I'm so caught often. Probably George with the throbbers. Dominique Hawkins with lobbyists. I'm being honest. Black mama hit the progress. I need a milli ticket in the safe with a pound and $1 million sitting in the.
Another one. I'm from the home of all of tryna put my life in front of cameras. They ain't asking how I got my bands up, but I'm still winning, they still waiting for an answer. Clean money, miss it, then that threw a tantrum. Fave, I hit the booth and make an anthem. Came from hopping turnstiles to jumping out the fan. And I'ma stand up, can't with no random. Get your bands up, my haters broke, I can't stand them. Still in the streets, I'm ballin' like Air One. My money cleaning that. They tryna put my life in front of cameras. They watching me, see a young, living glamorous. I was, she my favorite, I'm a fan of. Came from poverty, used to take his racks on me, pockets heavy, so I cop the ORLs. Then I moved into the mansion, remember I had no money for a hotel. All my niggas on this band, so if you ain't talking money, get a voicemail. I'm from the home of all of. They tryna put my life in front of cameras. They ain't asking how I got my bands up, but I'm still winning, they still waiting for an answer. Clean money, ay, miss it, then that threw a tantrum. Fave, I hit the booth and make an anthem. Came from hopping turnstiles to jumping out the fan. I left out, then came back to the with a chick. They got no room to breathe, cause my told her I'm good. With my it's always from the home of all. He the man, but on his block, that boy a scrub. That's why I'm the fave, cause in my they show me love. I can't be one of y'all, you don't get bands in. Hop in the double R, I'm Danny Fenton. She don't got no manners. I'm from the home of all of. They tryna put my life in front of cameras. They ain't asking how I got my bands up, but I'm still winning, they still waiting for an answer. Clean money, ay, you miss it, then that threw a tantrum. Fave, I hit the booth and make an anthem. Came from hopping turnstiles to jumping out the Phantom.
How you gonna run the world? You can't even run your life. I'm destiny's child, every day I survive. No time to plan how to improvise. If you was real, you'll recognize. How do you sleep at night when you don't even fight for your right? How do you sleep at night when you never even fight for your right? They can't see my face, I'm like a I gotta start bread cutting bill in my. They know I'm so solid, they calling me Harvey. I get all the and all of the. I'm at Barbie. I got one like Nicki and one like Cardi. You might see me and Riri in a Rari. I'm the father, I'm giving the orders. How can my man overcharge us? I had to finesse, I done a koalas. I don't ever rest, that's why I'm the hardest. Get the bread, avoid the drama. You can avoid the feds, but not the karma. Protect your chest with body armor. And get the from the farmer. How you gonna run the world? You can't even run your life. I'm destiny's child, every day I survive. No time to plan how to improvise. If you was real, you'll recognize. How do you sleep at night when you don't even fight for your right? How do you sleep at night when you never even fight for your right? But hold it steady. Skinny man, but I'm rolling heavy. I saw boy them flying in a heli. It was a big dilemma like Nelly and Kelly. Made the list of all my goals like my name is L. I was a real. The only way to repay him is to give him the world. And when I get my own wife, he can as well. 100 racks on my belt. And as long as I'm alive, we can never fail. He wants a new, but I told him relax. Right now I got a stack and pay for my tax. Used to, but I I still prayed with the axe. Now I do rap, but I still play with the. How you gonna run the world? You can't even run your life. I'm Destiny's child, every day I survive. No time to plan how to improvise. If you was real, you'll recognize. How do you sleep at night when you don't even fight for your right? How do you sleep at night when you never even fight for your right? How you gonna run the world? You can't even run your life. I'm Destiny's child, every day I survive. No time to plan how to improvise. If you was real, you'll recognize. How do you sleep at night when you don't even fight for your right? How do you sleep at night when you never even fight for your right?
Ain't no one man struggle above another. A new 24 hours, time to work on all my trouble. I'm tired of hustling, trying to make my money double. Need changes in my life, gotta get up out that bubble. I gotta get it right now. Forget waiting, I'm being patient. The clock is racing. I can't have no time wasted. It's a whole lot of time in the day. When you put it to use, or let it waste away, Rise and shine, it's time to grind. I gotta get mine, set the concept. The time is all up in our mind. Sometimes it's slow, other times it be flying. I see 24 years with my very own eyes. They try, but they can't put a price up on my time. Finally figured out what I'ma do with my life. The purpose of this life ain't to work, eat, sleep, and living more for I. Cause you never know what the future holds, what tomorrow brings. The best day of life for the fat lady sings. What I mean, we can't last till infinity. Leaving behind nothing but artifacts and memories. So when I'm gone, how will they remember me? Hope it's for positive and not negativity. Was I a leech or a source of energy? I'm working on my legacy. I gotta get it right now. Forget waiting, I'm being patient. The clock is racing. I can't have no time wasted. It's a whole lot of time in the day. Will you put it to use or let it waste away? What do we do with the life that we've been given? Find out what you like, what you want, just stick with it. Just make a decision, regardless of circumstances. You gotta roll with it. They told me ask for it, work toward it, and you get it. Only looking forward, the past is already written. Looking to the future, each day I'm working to get to my destination. I know it takes time, I know it takes patience, but one day I'll be facing everything I ever wanted. It means much more when you know you work for it. Turning my dreams into real life scenes, from thoughts and emotions into real life things. More cautious of what I think, careful on what I speak. They say imagination become your reality. Taking time thinking of myself happily. Working every day, I'ma get there gradually. I gotta get it right now. Forget waiting, I'm being patient. The clock is racing. I can't have no time wasted. It's a whole lot of time in the day. When you put it to use or let it waste away. Every single day is a chance to do something better. It's your life to live, so you gotta take advantage. Either take what life will give you, or you set a goal and plan it. Ain't no settling, speak up for it and demand it. Love, happiness, and freedom is all I needed and wanted. Thinking positive when I wake up in the morning. I'm enjoying every second, every minute, every hour, every day. Made a thin line between my work and my play. Said you won't change, it's a new year every day. You walking or you talking, cause it's time to make a play. All this time, see, I gotta set a schedule every day. It's 24 hours, I can't let it go. I gotta get it right now. Forget waiting, I'm being patient. The clock is racing. I can't have no time wasted. It's a whole lot of time in the day. Will you put it to use or let it waste away?
First of all, I just want to thank 2K TV for giving me this opportunity, and I want to thank all my supporters and thank all my followers and all my subscribers. Next year, I'm gonna try to be the first legend. You know, we're gonna keep grinding. Shout out to Ronnie 2K, even though he can be a little, you know, a little crazy. I want to shout out my boy Forensic Files, AI Player, Rome Pill, my boy Uzi, and if y'all are already, make sure y'all go follow me on YouTube at Ocelia. That's OCELIA. We're gonna be grinding. We're gonna be trying to get a 2K logo next year. We're gonna be going crazy. Once again, I just want to thank all y'all for all my support. Thank y'all for following me. Thank you for tuning in to all of my streams, watching all my YouTube videos, and we're gonna keep grinding. It's been your boy Ocelia, and I'm out.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
We hope you're wearing the green today on this special presentation of the NBA on St. Patrick's Day. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. On the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. They've got to feel like, guys, they have an opportunity to rack up some wins over the next stretch of their schedule. You know, they'll be playing a lot of games in their own building.
Kevin, this team has been a total surprise. A lot of people didn't feel they could be this good. The sum of the total far better than the individual parts, and that's been evident with this group.
And now Washington's starting group. Anderson is out there with Money. Then there's Ball, and there's Maverick. And it's AI in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And that one drops. Greg, we're still involved in the conference system. Does it hold relevance as we're looking here at the standings mid-season?
You know, for travel distance, yes, and there's also some tradition. At stake. I mean, look, that said, in a perfect world, you'd like to see the best 16 teams make the playoffs each year, but we've had, you know, imbalance in conferences forever, so that's not going to change. But sometimes change is just necessary.
How about quickly for the playoffs? Would you like to reseed and take the top 6 teams, 1 through 16?
I would. I think that'd be a great idea.
His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile one block.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
And it's Orlando's ball. And there's the pass to Weaver. Kicks it to Adrian. Three-pointer. Tried to tip it in, but couldn't quite get it. Here's Maverick. Pass to Anderson. Here's Money. Misses the lane.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
Adrian, that's good.
Took a little time, but they get one to go. Maybe they're warmed up now.
Looking at Washington, they took the win in their last game out against Indiana. Anderson outside. Here's Money. And the layup's good off the glass.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
And it's Orlando's ball. Trailing by 2. Passes it to Houston. Over Anderson. That shot missing. And Washington the other way now. To the paint. And goes in for the dunk.
And, you know, we can't measure Hart. I mean, he's not as big as the other power forwards, but his jumping ability and mindset is incredible.
Washington shooting their first free throw of the game. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Pass to Adrian. He lobs it up.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off.
Boy, both ends of that play, guys, were fantastic.
Here's Houston. And oh, what a play. He just palms the block. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Washington.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
Orlando with the ball. Following the three-pointer by Washington. Here's Adrian. Can't get it to fall.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
They get it again. AI with the bucket.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating. I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Here's Houston. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see.
Dunk!
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
I'll tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Adrian, that's good.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Here's the pass to Rivera. Here's Money. No good with the layup. Here's Houston. Finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make.
And after missing 4 straight, he finally gets one to go.
Pass to Rivera. AI outside. Back to Anderson. Here's AI. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From the arc. Orlando grabs the miss. Coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
Yeah, they made some spectacular plays in it right to the very end. Just couldn't get over the hump.
Yeah, you know, they didn't have their best stuff, but they were still getting after it. So you got to really appreciate the effort and hustle.
Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. Here's what Washington's going with right now. Rivera, he's checked in for Money. Fultz comes in for Maverick, and the great subbed in for Ball. Good on both. Anderson with the ball. Passes it to Fultz. And here's AI. The basket good off the assist from Fultz.
Yeah, he recognized the overcommitment by the defense there and then made a smart pass to get that ball back outside.
He's guarded by AI. Addition out to Smart. 6 to shoot. Over Fultz. Smart misses.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Orlando trails by 6. 1:58 left in the first quarter. Pass to Nora. Takes a 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
And they only want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter's field, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's the great. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. A nice shot by Anderson.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now here's Smart. They trail by 6. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The pass to Rivera. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Smart on the wing. Shot from the top of the key. Puts up a 3. Cranes the three-pointer. 35 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Fultz. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. And Washington leads by 5.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Down low, here's Dupont, and it's blocked.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth, physical basketball, guys.
Puts up a 3. And so it's Washington heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. Back to the action after this word. And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And what stands out to you from Washington in this one?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
Washington leading now by 7. And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So on the floor for Orlando, we've got Rashawn Holmes, and it's Gibbs in at the small forward. Lock at 6. Pulls up.
That's all you.
He's off on that one. And Orlando the other way now. Out of bounds, Washington takes possession. Taking a look here at some of the numbers for him. Fultz looking around. Pass to Rivera. Fires from deep. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on it.
Here's Dupont. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Here's Rivera. No good with the triple.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Passes it to Holmes. Outside, Smart. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Dupont. Off the mark and a bad shot there. And it's Fultz with the ball for Washington. Rivera. A three-pointer, no good. Orlando trails by 8. That's to Smart. Now the pass to Gibbs. Wade outside. In the corner, Smart with it. Fires the three, but they recover it. Washington leading now by 8. Here's Junior. And here's what the schedule for Orlando looks like. On Thursday and then on Friday.
And you know for that matchup with Atlanta, they have that date circled. They love to compete, and they feel they can play very well against that group if they can execute.
Free throw good, Junior. You and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams and players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in the team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Get there.
Here's Rivera. It knocks down the 10-footer. Mavericks got the lead up to 10 now for Washington. So it's Orlando now. Here's Tate. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. There will be a subtle but significant change on the court this season. Wilson is now the official basketball supplier for the NBA and its affiliated leagues. The association's original supplier starting in 1946. Now, after a nearly 4-decade hiatus, Wilson reclaims that position. Guys, back to you.
We appreciate that, David. Thank you. Rivera, the pass to Money. It's deflected, and he recovers it. Eyes yet again. Throws it up high.
And hard to decide which is better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational.
Timeout.
Tell you what, you wouldn't know they're the team trailing when they're able to pull off plays like that.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington. And Orlando making a change here. Adrian's check in. And then for Washington, AI comes in for Thunder. Alex Anderson in for Junior. Rivera, the pass to AI. To the middle. And finished off by Anderson.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And good that time. 8 points for AI.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Here's Adrian after the basket by Washington. Fires the three. His shot is good. Scores his third basket in 6 tries. Shooting 50%.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Here's Money. 8 points for him. Pass to Rivera. Lets the three fly. Hits the three-point bomb. Mavericks got 5 points so far.
The real come at us, and we're coming.
Timeout, timeout.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And it'll be Orlando with their first time out of the game right here. Greg, as a young player, one of your mentors was Patrick Ewing. How valuable was that to have that kind of guy tutoring you, mentoring you as you were just getting in the NBA?
I tell you, he was the consummate professional and really an incredible leader by example. This guy spent infinite amount of hours in the gym in the offseason honing his craft. First on the floor, last to leave it throughout his professional career. And that's something he had in common with all the truly greats who ever played the game.
Rivera, he's checked in for Washington. Here's Houston. Washington with the rebound. Anderson's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know. Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Aston Moore. Here's Houston. Adrian inside. 7 points in the game. The shot misses. Deep 2 from Anderson. Made that one only his 4th of this game after firing 10 times from the floor. Orlando trails by 18. Pass to Houston. And 1:01 left here in the second. They get the rebound. Off target at the rim.
I think he'll think twice about attempting that shot next time. The defense was right on top of him there.
And here's Anderson. He's got 9.
Yo, kick it out.
Over to the left wing. Shot clock at 5. Here's Rivera. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Once again off the mark, Orlando.
Yet that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
Rivera, the pass to AI. 11 seconds left to play in the first half. Washington needs to get a shot off here. Here's Rivera. That shot is off. And so it's Washington with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. Right back after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
again, everybody. So far, a pretty lopsided game, but still one half to play. I'm Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Well, for Washington, Kenny, what's your view?
Well, they just about ran their offense to perfection. They pounded the ball inside, and the entry feeds were on time and on the money. It was a clinic to watch. The second half is going to be no contest if they keep getting shots 8 feet in.
And big fella, let's get your thoughts on the home team.
Well, the shooting was terrible. They didn't seem to have a plan at the offensive end. Let's see, the defense had them bottled up. I'm not a coach. They need to change their strategy right away, right now, pronto.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side.
And it's good to have you back with us as we celebrate St. Patrick's Day with more NBA action on 2K Sports. What can you say, Mr. Clutch? An impressive effort here today.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
And, you know, that's not a job they ask him to do very often, but in the first half, I thought he was in perfect sync with his teammates.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. So on the floor for Washington. Money out there with AI. And there's Maverick. And there's Anderson. And it's Rivera in at the point. Snatched up. The pass to Money. Rivera, the pass to Money. Goes back up. Lays it up and banks it in. Money's got the first basket of the second half here for Washington.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
And he's able to get it back. Over to the wing. Weaver the pass to Tate. And another shot. He takes it up and lays it in. Weaver's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Good, solid execution inside. That's exactly the look you want.
Anderson outside. And it's AI missing. Orlando trails by 18. Lays it up and off the glass. Weaver's got 4 points this quarter. Guys, some great passing from him.
Everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
Now, here's Anderson. 9 points in the game so far. Pass to Rivera. A baseline J. Inside. AI. 2 points. That one goes. AI's got 10 points in the game.
Just make sure you keep getting him touches. I mean, you love what he's doing at the offensive end. Don't go away from it.
Here's the lob to the hoop. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Rivera, the pass to AI. That one good for 2. 12 points for him.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
AI's got about everything to drop here. Shooting 6 of 7.
Timeout, timeout.
Now a timeout called by Orlando.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
for the pass to Gibbs. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. And the basket is good.
Timeout, timeout. He's just showing off right there, guys. I mean, he is too good with that crossover.
Washington calls timeout. Sean Holmes is checked in for Orlando. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Washington shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
Number 32. Taking 2 shots.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
The first one falls. And both free throws good for AI. And it's Smart with the ball for Orlando. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. It's blocked.
Out of bounds.
As Orlando keeps possession. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
Orlando with the ball. Just 4 to shoot. They swipe it. Out to the wing. Sinks the three-pointer.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Now here's Smart. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
Go, go. Hey! Yo!
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. He gets it in there.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Money's getting it done tonight. Efficiently here from the floor. 6 of 10 so far. Here's Dupont. Wade trying to break free. And that time, also a missed shot.
One made 3 for the game. Does he focus closer? Let's see. Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Passes to Holmes. Orlando moving the ball around. Pass to Gibbs. Just 5 on the clock.
And he's been a force on the glass all game long.
Yeah, I love the way he's fighting through box outs, using his elbows. I mean, he's doing whatever it takes.
Here's Maverick. He's got 5. The pass to Anderson. Offensive rebound. Money. And that one is hammered home.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
Now a timeout called by Orlando.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
Washington making some changes. Fultz, he's checked in for Maverick, and the great subbed in for Baller. Picked off in midair. And now the fast break Anderson with the ball. Here's AI. Here's Money. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for Washington.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
And they've also worked hard to get the ball inside. They haven't
Two
just
shots.
settled.
Relax
and
on
they've
the
hit a
first.
lot of high percentage shots in this game.
The first free throw is good. Clark, we know guys like LeBron and Michael Jordan will look for any perceived slight as a form of motivation. Was that something that you ever did as a player?
You know, Kevin, I really didn't go down that road. Now, had I played longer at the NBA level, I had a very short NBA career, maybe I would have approached it that way. If there was a slight or if there was a player that gave you trouble and you needed to get back at him in some way, sure, you'd be motivated by that, but I don't know if I was hunting for bulletin board material. I sought to be intrinsically or self-motivated from the inside as opposed to looking for outside influences to move me forward.
Here's Dupont. No good on the shot.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this week. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
A shot missing. Excellent D from Wade. The great's gone 1 of 6 shooting so far. To the inside. Shot clock at 6. Moron, the pass to Smart. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
So it's Orlando now after the basket by Washington. It's rebounded by Fultz.
You know, he's been off tonight, off his game. At this point, he might want to focus on creating for others.
It's blocked. Here's Money. Down it drops through the net for his 9th bucket. He is 9 for 13 so far.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Here's Nora. Pass to Smart. Trying to get something going. And it's AI with the rebound. AI's got 7 rebounds in the game.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
To the middle. Here's Nora. He's guarded by AI. Nora, that's good. Nora's got 5.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Here's Rivera. Here's AI. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Now, here's Wade. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
It has not been his game so far. I mean, he's trying his best, giving great effort, but little has gone his way.
And AI gets it to go.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Outside, Smart. From deep. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Washington with a huge 37-point lead to end the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And we'll be back with you shortly. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. We've got Franklin, and it's Houston at the 3 spot. This is out there for Orlando. And it's been said that history is written by the victor. Certainly holds true in sports, don't you think, Greg? And with that in mind, do you think titles are overvalued when evaluating the great players, individual players in history?
You know, Kevin, I think so. Having said that, I think championships do matter, obviously, in the NBA and basketball in general. One guy can have more impact, right? Because you only play 5 and you play both ways. So it does have something to say, but I don't think that completes the narrative. You know, there's some tremendously talented guys, Karl Malone, Elgin Baylor, Patrick Ewing, Allen Iverson, a lot of greats who never won it. It's easy to count those rings, but measuring greatness has to take in the whole picture.
Hall of Famers, all of them.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here is Jeffries. Three on 3. Deep 2 from Anderson, and he hits the jump shot. About a minute and a half into the 4th quarter now. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
To the left wing. Orlando moving the ball around. Franklin can't hit. Franklin's gone 1 of 3 on the night. Anderson passes to Rivera. Puts it up from 7. Here's King, and he battles for the ball and gets the 2nd chance bucket. King's got his first bucket in this one.
And they've gotten very aggressive on the offensive glass here in the 2nd half, getting a lot of 2nd chance points.
We're in the 4th quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's Franklin, count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
I like the play call, very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
And we've seen more attention given to how fans, Greg, interact with players during the games, whether it's verbal or or even physical. Is that something the league's got to keep an eye on?
Absolutely. It's all about making sure that everyone is protected and respected. You know, this is entertainment, right? This is not do or die from a life standpoint, and we don't want to have things escalate.
Yeah, there's got to be some kind of barrier there. I agree. That's good from Franklin. Washington controlling the game. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Pass to Money. Jacks up a three. And it's Orlando with the rebound. And they're on the break. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
That's his first personal foul. At the line, Houston. At the line for 2.
And he knocks down the first one. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Greg, we are in an era of positionless basketball. And we know the All-Star game now has a 2 backcourt, 3 front court position as opposed to 2 guards, 2 forwards, and a center when you're voting. Should they get rid of those designations entirely?
I tell you what, I think you could make a strong case for that. You go back to last season, many felt Jimmy Butler got robbed of a starting spot.
Yes.
I think listen, this is the fans vote. Why not the 5 top vote getters? I don't care if they're 4 guards. If the 5 players that the fans want to see the most play a certain position, then so be it. You know, they're not going to play all 48 minutes. You're still going to have your 7 other spots to kind of balance out the roster. I say just let the fans tell you the 5 they want to see, and let's go play.
Here's Houston after the basket by Washington. Once again off the mark, Orlando. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. That one drops for him. 9 points for Maverick.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Here's Franklin. Pass to Jeffries. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Here's Maverick to the paint. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas. 2.
And the first one drops. Greg, we're seeing the game evolve. We're seeing more and more big men displaying perimeter skills. Do you like that, or is there a part of you that misses those days when it all played out inside the lane in a very condensed area?
Listen, Kev, I think the game has kind of evolved on from the impact that the bigs had on the interior, but not the impact that they're having on the game. The reality is the game just doesn't stand still. And now as a big, you've got to have far more versatility. You got to be able to play in space. And as a fan, I just find the game to be more appealing to watch with the freedom of movement, the flow, and more of the skill set being put on display.
I agree. And the pass to Rivera. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Anderson. It's Orlando's ball. Here's Franklin. Pass to Holmes. From downtown, the shot will not fall.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Two shots.
First one falls for him. Down the stretch of last season, Greg, we saw some teams resting healthy players, even ones out of the playoff hunt, and they got fined. But is the amount, which I think is about $25,000, is that enough to discourage that tactic?
You know, I don't think it is. Not when team revenues are measured in the hundreds of millions. You got to do more to keep them honest. But by the same token, you know, if I got 100, 200 million invested in a guy, I want to protect my investment. And so if I can rest them here or there and prolong their career, I think my organization's all the better for it.
Here's Nora. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Oh, costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
Now, here's Anderson. Passes it to Rivera. The feed to AI. Good for the basket. Number 9. He's only missed 2 shots from the floor all night.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist total, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Here's Franklin. Pass to Jeffries. Here's Holmes. He's guarded by AI. Clock at 4. Will it go? Unable to get that one. And it's Washington the other way. 1:57 left here in the fourth quarter. Rivera, the pass to Money. Launches a 3. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
They look pretty demoralized to me, and that always shows through at the defensive end first.
Here's Holmes, following the three-pointer by Washington. He kicks it to Jeffries. Gibbs passes to Franklin. Another miss by Orlando. Franklin's gone 2 for 7, struggling a bit.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Washington.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season. And a lot of players tonight helped contribute to this performance, but in particular, a real good game it was for AI.
You can set a tone with defense, and that's exactly what he did with how he protected the rim.
And so here's Orlando. Following the three-pointer by Washington, Jeffries. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
You know, they'll take the points, but I'm sure Coach would prefer a higher percentage look next time.
Anderson outside. There's 25 seconds left to play in the final quarter. AI on the follow.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Franklin passes to Gibbs. Here's Nora. Kicks to Franklin. Takes the 3. Nailed from three-point land. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
It's a flip. Woo. Haters gotta pay me for a diss when I never miss. It's a hurt my youngest, they just for it. When they it's a split. Young boy, when I never miss. My oh my, what a time to be alive. Call my name every time we fly. G5, we just living life. Put in a good word. I'm on a good team. I got a whole squad of we on the same things. We on the same line. We got the same goals. We got the same brothers. We got the same souls. Oh, what's it gonna be? I got money on me. All dogs go to Vegas. Put 100,000 on me. I got haters around me. Like Carface and Charlie. We ain't got no attachment. I kick them off like Chun-Li. Come up from the hill. Watch it. Then we watch up. Swap it out. It's a flip. Woo. Haters gotta pay me for a diss when I never miss. It's hurt my youngest, they just for it. When they hit, it's a split. Young boy, when I never miss. Light up the sky in the nighttime. Let your light shine. Say my name, say it 3 times. Out my way, now it's me time. I be on my own thing, I be on my own. I be focused on the money in my zone. I got 20 jobs, I need 20 clones. I got 20 hustles, I need 20 phones. I need, here go. You can have the profits, help you get a bag. Here go. Come up from the hill. Watch it, then we watch a swap it out. It's a flip. Woo. Haters gotta pay me for a diss when I never miss. It's hurt my youngest, they just for it. When they it's a split. Young boy, I never miss.
You scream, this Venus, I might tell a Carlos Water on water, Katrina right there like it's tennis, no cap 20,000 on the visa. I just pulled up with a diva, she bougie as they be leeching, they say that it's cheaper to keep her, it's cheaper to leave her. Italian linen, I'm clean as a priest. I need no features, no cap when I'm preaching these facts and these speaks. Don't drink a blunt on the back of my sneakers. This on my own, just like Ace from the clean. Street, I still got Ace from the teacher. Step out on the floor, I hate from the bleach. Rain the alarm, it was 2 minutes. I ship it off like a message. Time to heat this up, what's the temperature? For some reason, they all on my cellular. Can't lose, so don't be a competitor. With the 392s, not the Teslas. It's chandelier. I may have my neck look like a chandelier. Drop 2,500 just on some gear. I don't. You know my pills. I'm 10 steps ahead, too far from the real. I slow, but I see that clear. Man above, only man that I feel. Leveled up, we in 2 different tiers. Lost so much just in 2 different years. Yeah, I hide in my bag, now I'm gone. Ain't no way I can cap in my songs. Free new birds, so they send them my home. Where I'm from, gotta keep you. All the hating, I don't condone. Smelling strong like a long. In my zone, I can't pick up the phone. I'm grown. So I may CEO. You scream. This Venus, I might tell a collar water on water, Katrina right there like it's tennis, no cap 20,000 on the visa. I just pulled up with a diva, she bougie as be leeching, they say that it's cheaper to keep her, it's cheaper to leave her. Italian linen, I'm clean as a priest. I need no features, no cap when I'm preaching these facts and speaks. No trigger blunt on the back of my sneakers. This on my own, just like Ace from the clean. Drink, I still got Ace from the teacher. Stepped out on the floor, I hate from the bleach. Rain the alarm, it was too many sleep. We ain't the same, man, I'm one of a kind. You ain't my slime, you ain't one of my guys. Recognize risky, the fake in disguise. Think I was pain in my eyes. Wondering why they be telling these lies. Ain't no goodbye, straight to cutting these ties. Mama say praying always to be wise. I hope they don't test me. I always been smart, never needed a tutor. Plus I'm street smart, keep up. Benjamin Knox, get my pockets a tumor. Got used to ballin', but I ain't no hooper. Can't go outside, got be here from my children. Can't go out bad, I stay like a trooper. I do the dash, woo, there's a trooper. Cartier's on, I see wealth in my future. I cannot cat this real life on the track. I came in through the back, Louis V on my back. Sharp as attack, these shoes cost me a rack. I said, let's just see sending them back. Feel like I'm winning, I need me a plaque. Live life like a lineman, I need me a. Right beside me, this Cody and Zach. Gotta ran it up like you saying on the track. You scream. Venus, I might tell a collar water on water, Katrina right there like it's tennis, no cap 20,000 on the visa. I just pulled up with a diva, she bougie as. They be leeching, they say that it's cheaper to keep her, it's cheaper to leave her. Italian linen, I'm clean as a priest. I need no features, no cap when I'm preaching these facts and speaks. No trigger blunt on the back of my sneakers. This on my own, just like Ace from the clean. Street, I still got Ace from the teacher. Stepped out on the floor, I done hate from the bleach. Rain the alarm, it was too many sleep. Rain the alarm, it was too many sleep. Rain the alarm, it was too many sleep. Rain the alarm, it was too many sleep.
Just touchdown. Yeah. Coming for the bag and it's mine on sight. They ain't hear me last year, now they got time. Just touchdown. Yeah. Aiming for perfection, then met the quota. Said I got the juice and my cup runneth over. I am not a rapper waiting for a blow up. Type to win a Grammy but don't never show up. Far as what I'm doing, got a lot more on the way. Let the song cry, but it's a lot that I don't say. So much is at stake, I need a lot more on my plate. Get or you get got, the only option where I stay. Yeah, I see them plotting, but I'm safe. I don't post too much, can't let no op know on my plays. Gotta keep my distance if you toxic to my space. I came off the block and now I'm popping out the states. Yeah. They run a beast out me. Somebody please stop me. It's just me dropping. They just eavesdropping. I don't need nothing. Why you mean mugging? They don't mean nothing. Yeah, just touchdown, alright. Coming for the bag and it's mine on sight. They ain't hear me last year, now they got time. Just touchdown, tell them. Hit my line. It's that time. This ain't sound. It's a vibe. We was down. We survived. Peep us now, we all right. I put pressure on these rappers doing numbers, don't I? Drop an album, then I ghost a couple summers, don't I? Got it looking mighty easy for a come up, don't I? Dream so big that my ideas are hard to stomach, don't I? Yeah. Got it jumping 10 years later, don't I? Execute so well, I bet they think I made it, don't I? I do me so well, it's hard to imitate it, don't I? Talking to myself like all the greats is crazy, don't I? Yeah, I guess I really get right to it, don't I? Keep a smile like we was never going through it, don't I? Circle tight like I got no room for improvement, don't I? Navigate from we was stuck to this a movement, don't I? Yeah, they run a beast out me. Somebody please stop me. It's just me dropping. They just eavesdropping. I don't need nothing. Why you mean mugging? They don't mean nothing. Yeah, just touchdown, alright. Coming for the bag and it's mine on sight. They ain't hear me last year, now they got time. Just touchdown, tell them. Hit my line, it's that time. This ain't sound, it's a vibe. We was down, we survived. Peep us now, we all right. Just touchdown, alright. Coming for the bag and it's mine on sight. They ain't hear me last year, now they got time. Just touchdown, tell them. Hit my line, it's that time.
J's and some fresh Nikes. 2, 3 bands, you think sweet look. I ain't never gonna stay in my hand. If we too deep, it's a whole block deep. Swear to I ain't never gonna feel my man. Money gon' come, let the money gon' go. All these fake started getting too close, so I stay on my guys that been by my side. Cause I know they gon' ride to the car getting dropped. New drip, had to pick up some shows. New kicks, I don't care what it costs. Ruthless, I don't care who lose. Stupid, I'm in charge of a boss. And I know they don't wanna see the young boy win. They don't wanna see the young boy win. They don't wanna see the young boy win. They don't wanna see the young boy win.
Shake up, they don't wanna see me win. Flex up, I'ma jump out the gym. New water, watch that young boy swim. I got it the harder way like I'm Tim. In that Maybach, you can't see through the tint. I ride foreign, but bro, in the plays on my dolly. Think I made it, these don't know me. No, this is not a chain, it's a trophy. Boss up, be a baby like Jody. Used to I used to be OD. I'm talking money, put that cash. Doing that dash on the freeway. I knew I would get it, they didn't believe me. Baby, I make it look easy. Calling and saying she need me. I know she see me with TJ. Put my whip through the speed race. She wanna link up, that's a no-go. I've been stacking my cheesecake. Yeah, I get to the racks and I'm up on the rim. Collecting a bag and I do it again.
2, 3 bands, you think sweet look. I ain't never gonna stay in my hand. If we too deep, it's a whole block deep. Swear to I ain't never gonna feel my mans. Money gon' come, let the money gon' go. All these fake started getting too close, so I stay on my guys that been by my side. Cause I know they gon' ride to the car getting dropped. New drip, had to pick up some shows. New kicks, I don't care what it costs. Ruthless, I don't care who lose. Stupid, I'm in charge of a boss. And I know they don't wanna see the young boy win. They don't wanna see the young boy win. They don't wanna see the young boy win. They don't wanna see the young boy win.
Bronze. You man are going bronze this year. Storms. On this year, gone this year. Man, I eat rice and stew and when I'm strong this year. Big like John this year. Ball like LeBron this year. Storms got a platinum plat, but you man are going bronze this year. Yeah. They wanna. That's a. You get. If I say this, they might revolt, but I'm the king of grind by default. Big ego, man can't diss my amigo. Old school bad boy like Figo. Anywhere they go, then we go. Yo, big flips, hop out the jet first. Man, I run into the money till my leg hurts. And you don't rap, you just network. Name a young MC with my net worth. I Google lied, they said that I'm 1.5, but I made that last night. And money don't make me fry, but they got mad when I said them in a million off gram. These gatekeepers are and you old guys make me sick. They just take the. So in other words, I phone crazy T like yo Titch. You was right about him, he's a. Ain't no diss tracks, I just switch. Then we move on and get rich. On this year, gone this year. Man, I eat rice and stew and I'm strong this year. Big like John this year. Ball like LeBron this year. Storm's got a platinum plat, but you man are going bronze this year. She said that I don't mean to intrude, but I love the smell of your. I said thanks babe, yours too. Big Mac, I'm a real fly dude. If I'm in the race, I won't lose. When you hit the stage, you get booed. If I'm in the race, I won't lose. You ain't bad, you're just rude. Lamborghini too sporty. She ain't bad, she just. I'm a big man, but I'm not 40. Anything that I drop top 40. Why them boys don't support me? Them boys are too hatey. I don't know, they just hate me. Overall, underrate me, humble them. On this year, gone this year. Man, I eat rice and stew and I'm strong this year. Big like John this year. Ball like LeBron this year. Storm's got a platinum plat, but you man are going bronze this year. On this year, gone this year. Man, I eat rice and stew and I'm strong this year. Big like John this year. Ball like LeBron this year. Storm's got a platinum plat, but you man are going bronze this year.
Respect it.
Tell them roll up. I'm in a Rolls Royce. Got about 4 on. I got baguettes on my forearm. Army living, no stress. Park the Lambo on my best. Cuban link lay on the dresser. My pockets fat, yours. Spent a foreign car all on my necklace. See me shining from the other section. I done put a Lambo on my wrist. I done put a Lambo on my wrist. I done put a Lambo on my wrist. Done got rich, don't get no shit. I done put a Lambo on my wrist. I done put a Lambo on my wrist. I done put a Lambo on my wrist. Done got rich, don't get no shit. 350 cash. Didn't even do the dash. Room full of bosses. You looking like staff. I'm on a war path. I go on the beat. You ain't nothing to me. My partner spin your block like Uber Eats. I done put a Lambo on my wrist. Hey, stand on this pound, I be 6'8". Hey, might buy your help you rent. Pay me enough frames. Championship range. No, I can't sing. Feel like I'm a hit stand a brace. I done put a Lambo on my wrist. I done put a Lambo on my wrist. I done put a Lambo on my wrist. Done got rich, don't get no shit. I done put a Lambo on my wrist. I done put a Lambo on my wrist. I done put a Lambo on my wrist. Done got rich, don't get no shit.
Rolling round my block, feeling hot, streets are cold, see the frost, things I know, forbid, probably wouldn't make cross, that's my blood, family tree, no excuse, freedom cost, took the risk, made mistakes, pray I never repeat them.
Rolling round my block, feeling hot, streets are cold, see the frost, things I know, forbid, probably wouldn't make cross, that's my blood, family tree, no excuse, free the cost, take the risk, made mistakes, pray I never repeat the loss. We pray and check on you.
They gon' judge what we do, they don't speak no evil, they don't know me.
We pray and check on you.
Do this for my people, that don't mean illegal, they don't know me.
We pray to check on you.
Mind on how they treat you, way too bold, too regal, they don't know me.
Frustrated, look at how they got us in papers. Black boy, black hood, black trainers, judging the cover of that book, no pages. Hurt with the hatred, curse is dangerous. That poverty curb is nature's. He really could have sent man doctor instead of just working patience. All now mumsies ain't even got no evidence, and that playlist. Bro, how can you call that justice when blue see red there's greyness? King of this castle, you're looking at greatness. Watch me.
Rolling round my block, feeling hot, streets are cold, see the frost, things I know, forbid, probably would've made cross, that's my blood, family tree, no excuse, freedom cost, took the risk, made mistakes, pray I never repeat them.
Rolling round my block, feeling hot, streets are cold, see the frost, things I know, forbid, probably would've made cross, that's my blood, family tree, no excuse, free the cost, take the risk, made mistakes, pray I never repeat the loss. We pray and check on you.
They gon' judge what we do, they don't speak no evil, they don't know me.
We pray and check on you.
Do this for my people, that don't mean illegal, they don't know me.
We pray and check on you.
Mind on how they treat you, way too bold, too regal, they don't know me.
We pray and check on you. Give me that dough, give me that money right now.
Pacify our women, justify the give your man the ribbons, making money off it, magnify the figures, pray we see the profit and we find forgiveness. Feeling necessary, not hereditary, can't the history, but can't live by our spirit. All my brothers hungry, appetite of winners, rust the number, they can't have the diamonds in him.
You don't know what prejudice look like, all because of what you look like. I wanna die, never said we didn't have good times. I never said my brother didn't. I never said that I was any victim, cause I was skinned in, still glistening. Can I get a witness in this?
Rolling round my block, feeling hot, streets are cold, see the frost, things I know, forbid, probably would've made cross, that's my blood, family tree, no excuse, freedom cost, took the risk, made mistakes, pray I never repeat them.
Rolling round my block, feeling
Work feeling more like I've been getting what I earned. The low wasn't never a concern. I see I got the gift, don't count the blessings. I played the odds and I changed directions. I hoard all the dreams and they come true. I never let them see it from the same view. I heard all the stories that you can't prove. It's hard to count the wins if you can't lose. I done made a whole lot more. I went horse trying to tell it, hold that door. Boy, Mr. Lottery, never like picks, but they all still follow me. Now ain't that a to a dad, ain't that a switch? I paved the way, saved the date. I take breaks in the summer, but the wintertime lit. Hey, left, look at who I'm still with. Same old for the most part. Ain't changed for the most part.
Out.
Heading over to the city, this player was too much for any affiliation to contain. The 2K TV award for city champion goes to Loyalty Comp.
Yo, let's go. Thank you. My jam when I hit the city, I play in all the events. You know, this is what I do all day, every day. So I really play each and everything that's going. I play in different affiliations now since I am a legend. And I really help other people as well get up there from rank to rank.
Welcome everyone to a great Sunday night with the NBA here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by the talented analyst tandem of Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. David Aldridge is on our sideline. To Portland. And guys, the hometown fans not pleased with that performance. They saw their team get knocked out cold.
Scoring efficiency was an issue in that one. Took them too many shots to get their points.
They had a hard time taking the lid off the basket. Their offense just looked flat.
Now let's take a look at Louisville's opening lineup. They've got Young. He's out there with Harris. And it's Bush in at the point guard. 5 on the clock.
Get through, get through.
The shot, no good. Now Washington takes it the other way. Oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Greg, if your system overall for these teams, if the schemes don't seem to be working, how much can you really change before you get to the offseason? Or in particular, before you get to the playoffs?
It's never easy. A system change would come typically with a coaching change. And the reality is you also have to evaluate the roster, and you can't fit that square peg into a round hole. Whatever your system is, it's got to be catered to the personnel you have. You can't go the other way around, and I think that's what separates oftentimes the good coaches from the great ones.
Yeah, I got it. Hey, you can shoot it. I got him. You got this guy out here? Yeah, I got big man.
First free throw is good. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And here's Louisville. Harris outside.
Hey, heads up! Don't get
Louisville needs to get off a shot. Washington with the rebound. Inside, here's AI, and AI throws it down.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Passes it to Zeller. Louisville passing it around. Anderson against Harris. For 3. A three-pointer is right on target.
Well, this is the kind of teammate Zeller is, willing to give it up when he has guys open.
And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Here's Money. And there's the pass to Rivera. Down low, AI. Great pass to set up the lay-in. AI's got his second bucket of the night.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
He had a very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now here is Harris. Young taking his time here. Back to Harris. And that one is off. And Washington the other way now. Rivera the pass to Money. Here's AI. And AI throws it down.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
The coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition easy baskets like this.
And so it's Louisville with it after the basket by Washington. It's good.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You see this all too often. You have to be willing to put it in.
Now here's Anderson. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
For Washington, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. And the first one at the line is good. He's perfect from the line this time. Louisville trails by 5. Harris against Anderson. Now here's Zeller. Not a lot of room. Bush. And again, it's Louisville from deep.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
That one goes in.
A really smart opening quarter for them at the offensive end. Moving, finding good shots. They're 4 for 5 from the field.
Here we go. Get it going.
Pass to Harris. To the middle. It's tipped. Here's Young. The rebound by Anderson. Washington leading now by 4. Rivera the pass to Money. Fader on the way. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Liberty. Here's Bush. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Now the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. And obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important. And then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well, to when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good points. That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Here's Maverick. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. He dishes it to Anderson. Over Harris. And off target as he starts the game 0 for 1. Anderson with the block. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And again, Washington no good. Passes it to Bush.
Come get it.
The dish to Young. Pass to Harris. Louisville passing it around. 4 on the clock. No good. That would have tied it.
He doesn't get the finish, but the D's got to be quicker to rotate and stop him from getting to the rim.
Here's Rivera. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
How about that move? Is this guy special or what? Just love watching him operate inside.
Bush passes to Harris. To the paint. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play. Louisville shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game. Washington making some changes. Rivera, he's checked in for money. Fultz comes in for Maverick. And the great subbed in for Ball.
Shooting 1.
Here's Washington now. Anderson outside.
Screen.
To the wing on the left. AI in the post. He's against Zeller.
That's size winning out. I mean, he needed every single inch to haul in that one.
Now the pass to Young. Anderson against Harris. Pass to Bush. From deep 3-point range. Harris, no good. Here's the great. We've got 1:18 left to play in the first quarter.
And registering one of the highest verticals at the NBA.
Timeout.
Zeller can send your shot back.
And now the first timeout called here for the Liberty.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Bad shot selection as well as some bad luck. I mean, that's not going to help you score points.
He's jacked in for Washington. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. Taking a look at Washington. Louisville trails by 3. Harris outside. Passes it to Zeller. They get a hand on it. Three-pointer. Rebound, Washington.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
G, no good. 36 seconds left in the first quarter. Kicks it to Harris. The pass to Bush. Pass to Harris. Out to the right wing.
Hey, who's watching now?
Lets it fly from 18. Another miss for him. Now shooting 1 for 4 from the floor.
Not the most productive quarter he'll ever have, but his shot selection's been a little bit dubious.
Shoot that! So are you. Hey, yo, right
Here's Rivera. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. We come back right after this. Second quarter, fairly close game so far. And what stands out to you from Washington in this one?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
No question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
Washington leading now by 3. So for the Liberty right now, Harris is out there with Young. Then it's Cody's out, and it's Bush in at the 1 spot. Here's Rivera. Thunder. It's good on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
To the inside, Young. Oh, and the dunk by Young.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there to score this tight? His offensive skill set is off the charts. He has more than a few ways to punish it.
Louisville trails by 6. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill. Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Louisville passing it around. Harris outside. Pass to Zeller. 5 to shoot. Here's Bush. From outside, off the mark.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Inside, here's Junior. Rejected by Harris. And he gets it back. Louisville trails by 6. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. From deep. Here's Young. And a good offensive ball.
Timeout, timeout.
The bucket. Young's got 6.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
So timeout call here, but first for Washington. Greg, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation, or one of the best. And I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys,
yes,
are truly great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
And a new group getting ready to come in for Washington. AI is checked in for G. Money comes in for Junior. Rivera, he's checked in for Fultz. And it's Baller in for the Great. Here's Maverick. Passes to Money. Here's Maverick. From outside the arc. The rebound by Young. Young's got 5 rebounds tonight. Second quarter play with almost 3 minutes gone. Pushing it up. On up the court.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
Bush passes to Harris. And here is Zeller. To the middle. And they're running. Here's Rivera. Finished off the break. Baller's got the lead up to 8 now for Washington.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Harris outside. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. The pass to Money. To the inside. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely great. That makes the turnover even more painful.
Yeah, going defense to offense in an instant. Every team now calibrated to do that.
5 on the clock. Misses the 3. Looking at Washington, they took the win in their last game out against Orlando. Uses the glass to finish the
Timeout, timeout.
And now a 12-point Washington lead.
Started.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Now a timeout called by the Liberty.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
4 rotations. I mean, slow help and just not enough toughness on the interior. They've got a lot to talk about.
And Washington making a change here. Anderson's checked in. Louisville trails by 12. Harris outside.
Screen coming.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Great touch on the 16-footer.
Oh, good anticipation on the feed. He knows exactly where to go with that ball.
And here's Anderson for 3. And the rebound goes to Louisville. The feed to Harris. Anderson with the block.
He is shot in the foot with his inability to make shots tonight.
Over Young. Zeller grabs the board. Well, with the basket here, they could get back to within single digits. On the wing, Harris. The baseline jam. Harris missing again.
Well, I thought that one was going to go down. Mid-range jumpers. Oh, man, that's usually a bunny with the deep playing soft like that.
It's deflected. Pass to Zeller. Good, and Harris gets the assist. Zeller's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Louisville. Here's Washington. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Pass to Ayan. Pass to Rivera. Here's Money. Shoots a fader. And the rebound goes to Louisville. Young's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's the pass to Bush. Harris outside. Here's Zeller. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
The younger brother of Tyler Zeller and former Suns big man Luke Zeller, Cody has a good chance to be the best of all 3.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
And he makes the first. And looking back at what was a stellar career, Greg, if there was one thing you could have done different, do you have anything on your mind?
You know, I would have loved to have had the opportunity to finish my career in New York. That was a special place, a special time. Unfortunately, that didn't transpire, but that's the one thing that stands out. That and obviously not winning a championship.
I can understand both of those.
Yes.
Washington leading now by 6. 1:27 left to play here in the second quarter. Pass to Rivera. Now Anderson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And the shot
Timeout, timeout.
Now a timeout called by the Liberty.
Started.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
He's checked in for a 1:14 left in the first half. Harris outside.
Use that. Use that.
Just 5 to shoot. And that's going to be a treble. We have got to see that sensational mobile one block again.
And that's what a team needs when they're trailing. Energy on D.
Washington leading now by 8. Here's the great, and G now atop the key. 40 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's Rivera. Scores for only the second time tonight. Now 2 for 6 from the field.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
And that's what you love about him. He shows no mercy, even with the comfortable one.
Now here's Harris. Still a very tough night shooting for him. That makes him 1 for 8 now.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Good interior offense. Those passes have to be right on target.
Bush passes to Zeller. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, you can't blame the defender. He was trying to be aggressive. But Zeller with just too much size and athleticism.
For Louisville, they've yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5.
Two.
And the first one drops. He doesn't get the second. And so it's Washington holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Well, for Washington, and big fella, let's get your thoughts on the home team.
On offense, they've been very efficient, taking good shots and hitting them. That's very important. The confidence has to be through the roof heading into the second half.
How about you, Kenny? What did you think about the visiting team?
They didn't really show the effort on the boards they should have. They were out-rebounded, and now they've really got their work cut out for them in the second half. If they're going to come back, they need to put in a much better effort on the glass.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back, Kevin Harlan. Go. Over there.
Wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Anderson with the ball. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So on the floor for Washington, Maverick out there with Baller. And there's Anderson. And there's Money. And it's AI in at the 5 down low. And here are the Liberty now after the basket by Washington. Back to Harris. 6 on the shot clock. Louisville passing it around. Takes a shot at the elbow. The rebound by Anderson. Anderson's got 6 rebounds in the game.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead. There he is, beasting on the glass, converting the opportunity, trying to put this game away.
So happy, so energetic, helping to lead the charge for this team.
Now here is Harris. On the outside, back to Harris. There's the steal. Here's Rivera. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. And Washington leads by 17.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Pass to Harris. And there's a whistle that goes on Mr. Clutch. That'll be his second foul of the game. Passes it to Zeller. 4 on the shot clock. Over AI. Washington with the rebound. Anderson's got 8 rebounds in this game. Out left of the wing. Rivera, the pass to Money. To the left side wing. Hangs on the trifecta. Maverick's got his second bucket of the night.
He'll do some damage if they give him that shot. Don't give him a clean look. Get out there on him.
And out called, Louisville.
Things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
Well, the defensive intensity has to pick up, and I'm sure coach is going to let them know that.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone.
Screen coming!
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Shot clock at 5.
Get the ball!
Here's Zeller
Hey, swing it!
to stop the drought.
Get that board!
That shot, no good. And Washington the other way now.
This was not what they had in mind coming out of the locker room at halftime. 4 shots so far and nothing to show for it.
Rivera the pass to Money. Knocks it loose. Young with the steal. The pass to Bush. Six to shoot. Young, right side. Elbow shot is on the way. Louisville, no good that time either.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Starting to take over here, building a big lead that could ultimately prove insurmountable.
Here is Harris after the basket by Washington.
Right here, baby.
Misses off the left iron.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's something that happens to every team. You just have to ride it out, play your hardest, and live with the results.
Let's see some of the numbers here for him. These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
And he knocks down the first one. Both good from the line that time. A lot of big decisions have fallen on Adam Silver's shoulders, the commissioner of the NBA. And Greg, I think you and I agree by all accounts he has succeeded with flying colors. I mean, wouldn't you agree?
No doubt about it. I mean, I don't know that you could have had a better person for the times. Adam Silver is to be commended, but I think also appreciated, not just from the players and the owners, but I think our fans should also appreciate who he is as a person. I've often said that commissioners typically work for the owners. He's the one commissioner, no matter the sport, that I've always felt like was a partner of the players as well.
And so it's Louisville with it after the basket by Washington. Back to Harris. Poked away. Fades and shoots. Anderson with the block. And here we go. Washington fast break. Yes, that goes in. And it's 9 points for Maverick.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Louisville passing it around. Zeller passes to Bush. Louisville, no good that time either. These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice system.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well. Yeah, easy call.
Washington shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. And the first one at the line is good. Washington making some changes. Rivera, he's checked in for money. Fultz comes in for Maverick. And the great subbed in for Baller. And both free throws good for Anderson.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
And here's Louisville. Still looking for their first bucket of the second half. Young finds Harkless. Here's Cameron. And it's blocked. And here's Fultz. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's the great, defended by Sheldon.
Credit to D for not giving up on that play. He's a tough cover down low.
Pass to Cameron. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And with a merciful bucket, he snaps a terrific run by Washington.
They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked.
Now here's Anderson. He's got 8. There's the triple. And the rebound goes to Louisville.
He's been off the mark, but somehow he hasn't held them back as a team.
Here's Young. The rebound by Anderson. Anderson's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Launches it. The basket good off the assist from Fultz. Fultz has got 3 assists in the game. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
We've got 33 seconds left in the third quarter of the game.
A fantastic effort on D to get up in his face and deny the layup.
There's 21 seconds left in the third quarter. Owens with the rebound. And here's the break. Here's Cameron. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. The first free throw is good. So he gets them both. 5 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Anderson. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Washington, having no problems at all. Up 29 points heading into the next quarter. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. And don't go away. We'll be right back. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Great vision. He's a gifted passer. Has his finger on the pulse of this offense.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the court for Louisville, we've got Hudson. He's out there with Jackson, and it's Owens in at the center. Pass to Hudson, and play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen. A lot of talk about reseeding in the playoffs when you got down to the final 4 teams. If it ensures the 2 best teams make the finals, it would seem to me, Greg, to be worth it. What about you?
You know, it could be. I think about the worldwide attention on that championship round, but you got to get the Eastern Conference teams to sign off on that. And, you know, we've seen it happen in the past where the power shifts from one conference to the other. But ultimately, nothing better than seeing the 2 best teams play for it all.
A nice shot by Anderson.
And he is starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
And so it's Louisville with it. Here's Solomon. Passes it to Hudson. Now the pass to Solomon. Just 5 on the clock.
Shot clock violation.
The shot clock violation. Great D. AI is checked in for Washington. They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum.
Now here's Anderson. It's good.
It's really been a tale of 2 halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Here's Solomon. Rebound, Washington. Anderson's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Here's AI. No good off the back of the rim. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Solomon passes to Hudson. Here is Luol. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Hudson. The 3 ball. The shot that time, not on target. Now Washington takes it the other way. Rivera the pass to AI. And AI throws it down.
Nice pass. I mean, putting in work on the interior. Gotta love it.
Pass to Hudson. In the league, taking steps to discourage teams, Greg, from tossing away seasons in search of high draft picks. Has enough been done, you think, in that regard?
We'll see. I tell you, the idea of a play-in
that's a tough one, isn't it?
For the last few playoff spots, I think that's a good idea, actually. It might keep more teams in the hunt down the stretch. And I think the onus also, if the fans put enough pressure on their teams to try to develop what they have and not always put it on the future, I think that's going to help. But I think you're going to always have a little bit of that moving forward.
Here's Rivera. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Here's Solomon. Passes to Jackson. Here is Luol. Back to Jackson. Here's Solomon. Louisville, no good that time either. Here's Washington. They picked up 11 straight. And AI throws it down.
Great flow to that possession. 2 players totally in sync with each other.
AI's got a terrific 6 of 8 shooting from the floor. Solomon passes to Hudson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. We know, Greg, the NBA is full of superstars, yet you can foul out of the game after 6 personal fouls, and some have suggested instead just tacking on an extra free throw when a player commits their 6th plus foul, and then they can stay in the game.
You know, I think something along those lines could make sense. No doubt it's tough to see the marquee player riding the bench because it's not just the 6th foul, right? In some coaches, you pick up 2 in the first quarter, you're done for the quarter. You pick up a 3rd in the second, you're done for the half.
Yes.
So I would like to see something, but I think it's got to also be fair. Maybe you get free throws and another possession. Maybe something along those lines might be in the best interest of the game.
I like that. Here's Solomon. Dishes it to Luol. Clock at 6. The pass to Hudson. Shoots the 3. And it's AI with the rebound. AI's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Rivera, the pass to Rivera. Anderson outside. The 3. Made that one. It's his 7th of the contest. 7 for 15 from the floor.
Whoa, he really got his defender on his heels on that one. What a fantastic play, guys.
Pass to Luol. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
I like that pick play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup.
We hear about the extinction of great NBA big men. Do you see it that way? And if so, Greg, is the game that has changed or perhaps a dip in the talent at that position?
You know, you think back to the likes of Russell, Will, Kareem, and Hakeem, and Robinson, and Shaq. Some would say, well, we just got lucky. But in a lot of ways, we still have the dominance of the big man. They just play more outside of the paint, right? You know, Giannis.
Yep.
You look at what he can do. Anthony Davis and the way he plays the game. I mean, LeBron, in essence, is a big man. I mean, you still can dominate the game as a big. It's just that you now can actually, in some respects, have more impact because you're involved in more facets of the game.
Now, here's Anderson. This is it to Rivera. No good from outside. To the paint. Here's Hudson. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
The pass to Rivera. Down low. Banked in off the glass.
Oh, forget about three-pointers. Give me a look from right in tight. I'll take it all day long.
Waller's gone 67% from the field, 4 of 6. Pass to the wall. Rebound, Washington. 1:43 left in the fourth quarter. To the paint. It's picked off. He kicks to Harkless. Now here's Sheldon. Here's Luol. Off target from three-point range.
Perfectly played defensively there. He made that a very difficult look. Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Washington.
The sheer volume of three-pointers was the deciding factor tonight, it seemed.
Yeah, they sink one and then do it again, and that strategy did work.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even. And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for Mr. Clutch.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised. And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Well, this is what guys play for, and when it pans out like this, it's a great fit.
Now here's Sheldon. Pass to the wall. 30 seconds left to play here in the fourth.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Oh, man, awful display from him so far. But you know he's going to keep working to try to turn it around.
AI up and in on the layup.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
Here is Luol. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, come on, guys. Someone has to rotate over. Defensively, that's just poor communication.
And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And that about wraps it up. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.
When he raised the pulse, she liked the way I heard.
Yeah. Hey. Racks on racks on racks. Yeah. How can I lax? Yeah. Sick and I move. Yeah. Made my own bars. Still I don't lack. Yeah. Racks on racks. Racks on racks on racks. Yeah. How can I lax? Yeah. Sick and I move. Yeah. Made my own bars. Still I don't lack. I need racks on racks on. Stay in the east, but I'm move through the west. King of the talk, got that with your chest. I've been around in the cloud and neglect. I made a sound that was mine from the get. How long I man, as long as I get. I'm from the side with the time never rest. Move through the side like it's mine unprotected. Do it for the side, I'ma rise and direct it. Yeah. On me trying to get my dough. Wrist on freeze, but the time not slow. They love to talk on the way I glow. Yeah. Hustle on, that's all I know. Made it on mine, and that's all I know. Way too next to the top I go. I do what I want to. Yeah. I go out and I do what I want to. On the run through, I'ma need my funds too. I'm the one, they all know it when I come through. This, that's all, stay, never match a sex on racks on racks. Yeah. How can I lax? Yeah. Second I move. Yeah. Made my own bars, still I don't lack. Yeah. Racks on racks, racks on racks on racks. Yeah. How can I lax? Yeah. Second I move. Yeah. Made my own bars, still I don't lack. Yeah. I need racks on racks on racks. This is no rap. I'm on that fast. Yeah, I gotta catch it, catch it, catch it. See me in action, action, action. On go. That's all that I know. Yeah. How far will I go? I do not hesitate, pump, I go get it. Location, no problem. I cannot help that I'm picky. I made it my way from the bottom. Straight from the bottom. Holding the game and my hands up so high, it's like I'm on a column. Them over there ain't like me, don't go putting them all in my column. Nah. This is a life that I built. To me, that's all that I know. There ain't no time here to chill. I told you I'm on the go. They wanna step on the field. Tell them my patience is low. I do not need me a deal. I'm with a couple of those. Racks on racks on racks. Yeah. How can I lax? Yeah. Second I move. Yeah. Made my own.